ready for
whatever
you tear up next.
Whatever I tear up next?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. We're not finding any spun main bearings.
Almost. Have oil pressure? 5? That oil, right? Yeah. It drained some out, but I put some more back in. So, yeah. Gosh, dang. Broke the starter. Maybe we better quit.
Well, what are you doing, dude?
Well, basically taking all of our
junk?
all of our spare parts and just building a spare motor. So
yeah. So you got a stock crank in it. What cam do you have in it?
It's a Summit Stage 2 turbo cam.
Okay.
It's the cam that's really for Pat, but I put Dad's cam and Pat that I had out of the Red Dragons.
Yeah. Now you got some stock.
I got
my stock Gen 4 rods and pistons.
These are Gen 4 rods and pistons. I bought bolts, all brand new. Hey, we're even putting new bearings in this one. But,
hey, look at that.
It's got plasma moly rings. Gapped them at 30.
Okay.
Like I say, it's just.
What heads are we putting on it?
Well, I'm on the fence with that.
We have a couple sets. I know a guy that has burned through a bunch of 243s.
Hey, I know where there's one good 243.
Yeah. I should have got the other one fixed.
Well, that's the thing. I think I'm gonna build the short block, and then we got to make some decisions. I've got some 706s off the original 5.3.
Okay.
That we could clean up and put on here. It ain't gonna matter, you know. Like I say, this motor. I mean, I don't know. I thought about putting it all together and just selling it, just to help fund our other two big motors. But this is the kind of motor that we don't care about that probably would run forever in something. So I don't know.
That I would definitely blow up.
I mean, you might blow it up, but
People complain about the way that I mark out in the well, I think my $3,000 car could be classified as a shit box.
moved it. I was trying to keep it where it was. I think it was fine anyway.
Those guys don't really care about any aluminum or anything.
Well, that's it. Really?
Yeah, they got it. Alright. Dad's wanted to use these old 706s, and they got 2 broken studs off in them. So we're going to try to weld it up. We did it for one because it had we thought it was an extractor, but it was a drill bit, and it welded to the drill bit and brought that out. So,
which is still pretty good.
Yeah. Feels like it's working.
Something's happening.
I filled that one up a little bit.
Yeah. Then welded good.
Voila! New bolt. We could use that on something else.
Okay. You gotta make sure you
Well, Dad, you finished the motor before I could even get out of here.
Yeah, that's a likely excuse right there.
Yeah? You're just used to it by now, ain't you?
I am.
So is everybody else, so.
Yeah, just now, like I say, just trying to get it sealed up. Gonna get oil in it, pressure it up, you know, or whatever.
Yeah.
And really, it'll just be sitting here ready for
Might need
whatever you tear up next.
Whatever I tear up next?
Yeah,
oh, wow. Oh, wow. Might need to put a fresh coat of paint on this thing.
Well, I mean, we could.
Well, Dad, looks like you're putting in some work over here.
Yep. Another one bites the dust.
Yeah. That's seems to be a recurring trend right now that
it was doing really good.
Yeah, it was going to the finals and then
let us down.
Wouldn't start.
If we'd have been the last pair of cars, we would have went ahead and ran it anyway. So, I mean, at this point, it's already broke. Who cares, you know?
Yeah, wouldn't start, and then when it started, it was hammering and had 8 pounds of oil pressure. So
here we are.
Yeah, we're about to lift this up, get the bell housing bolts out and torque converter bolts out, take it out, and then put it on the stand and take it apart, I guess.
That seal's sticking out I was showing you. I don't know if they can see that, but
yeah.
I don't know why.
I don't know why.
I don't either. We're getting ready to find out, but I think we're just going to put the spare in and get it right back running. Just, I mean, there's too much there's too many races coming to just be messing around, and then we may take pieces from this and the big motor and get the big motor together, and then we'll just build this one as a spare or whatever.
Yeah.
This will be our new spare once we get everything rounded up.
You make a little bit bigger of a mess, Dad?
Man, you know what? I didn't even leak any water until you came out here.
Yeah, whatever. Whatever, I'd say that too.
Yeah, plates.
Like a glove.
Out of here, and the head's off of this on it, and build a 6.0 just like, except it's iron block. You know?
Yeah.
And all I'm doing is breaking these loose, and then I'm going to get the Allen and just spin the stud and everything out as my plan.
Yeah.
And then I'll have to worry about the top. Well, I don't see anything wrong with the cylinders or the pistons. They all look good, so that's a good sign. I don't know, I just got a bad feeling that, I mean, it is aluminum block, so we may have to find a main bearing or a cam bearing or something like that, but it'd almost have to be a main, I think. And it had 5 pounds of oil pressure, but we could have spun a rod, but if we did, we didn't let it run very long because there's no damage on the head. Alright, I've got her kind of stripped down. This cam plate is the factory one for this block. I couldn't get it off, so I left it and stuck the cam in from the back side. Right this second, the only thing I can find is the very front. Let me spin this up so y'all can see it. Oh man, I hope we don't have a main, but yeah, we got a main. I see it in there. We got a dang. Yeah, we got a main. I told Jace we didn't, but we do. Okay, well, so it looks like number 4 main spun. That probably cut the oil short, and we spun number 1 rod bearing. So I was gonna spin it up to show you guys, but now I'm seeing we got other issues. Hope we didn't hurt. As long as we didn't hurt the cam or anything else, I think we'll be alright. Let's tell him Jace he's got a Mark IV 6.0 block, and I've got a set, I actually have a set of pistons and rods, Gen 4 stuff. We could put on there. It's worse than we thought.
Worse than we thought?
Yeah. Look down in between here. Main. This block's probably toast. I'm not saying they couldn't align on it or whatever, but we ain't gonna spend money on it.
Yeah.
When we got a 5.3 block over there. So this is what I was going to show them, which of course now it's barely even moving, but I had it thumping a while ago, so I'm pretty sure that, well, we'll just take that one off first and see what it looks like.
Okay.
Yeah, that one spun, but it didn't stack. It just looks like it just spun in there, so, which I don't know if that's any better, but. Hey, a not spun bearing.
That's good.
First one I found, like, it ain't spun.
You're doing really good over here. This is where I'm at on my finger. I don't know if y'all can see that.
Them things are tight in there.
I'm getting there. Still a weenie hut. Dad's making fun of me. But I can't poke through my finger. Yeah, I mean, we're not finding any spun main bearings.
It almost looks like the pickup picked something up and sent it through the oil pump all the way through the bearings. That's what it looks like. Now, we can still have a cam bearing.
Yeah.
I don't think so though. I mean, the cam just slid right out. So.
Yeah.
And I don't see no bearings that came with it. Which I guess we could lift that up out of there.
Yeah.
But yeah, these bearings look terrible.
Yeah, no doubt.
But not horrible. Even the ones that spun in the rods, they didn't stack on top of each other. So that's why we probably barely noticed anything, but it's what it was, is some of that metal was blocking these holes, so we just
not getting any oil pressure.
Yeah.
Alright, you want me to take this crank out of here?
Yeah. Yeah. And then I say we go back together with this one.
I mean,
besides the bearing material going through the motor.
We didn't really find anything wrong.
We didn't really find anything wrong besides that rod getting hot, right?
There was four. The front 4 rods was hot.
Yeah.
For whatever reason. We're gonna hone the dog. If we're reusing this one, we're gonna hone the dog out of it. We may take it to the car wash and blast it off.
Yeah.
Blast it inside and out, because there's probably metal all the way through this thing. Bad news is that cam plate. Can't get it off.
I wonder if it could have picked up any metal from when we drilled that hole out.
I mean, very well could have been aluminum, because it looks to Dad like it was aluminum that went through it.
That's what I'm saying. I wonder if it could be aluminum from when we drilled that hole out with it together.
That's
like just got some in
I
the
just wasn't gonna point no fingers.
just got some like in the lifter valley or something, and went down into the oil pan and got picked up and ran through.
The lifter valley, or even around that head bolt hole, they're open, you know, so it just falls. That's how the oil gets back to the pan.
Yeah.
On them heads.
So I wonder if maybe
that's what it looks like, that we ran aluminum through it somehow. And all the bearings, all the main bearings.
None of them were spun.
I mean, they look.
I mean, it was probably doing that. It was probably eating up the whole time. We just didn't know. So I don't know. I say we just get it crank turned or whatever.
Well, we've got a crank. We've got a 24 tooth crank.
Or get it polished.
I don't want to go back 24 unless you just want to. You could get that one turned 10-10, and we can go right back together the way it was since the car was running.
I'm fine with the 24 tooth crank, I guess.
I mean, we're switching that one back to 24, so I say we switch this one to 24, and you've got a good 24 down there. We just need to have it polished.
Yeah.
And it's standard. That'll give us a little extra clearance. I say we take those rods off, and all you're going to take to the machine shop is the rods and the crank.
Yeah.
The crank polished and the rods resized.
And then order new bearings.
And then we'll have to order a set of bearings, and we probably ought to put new rings in it. We can buy rings for $39. So.
Put some new seals in it, probably.
Man, I don't know. It was leaking a little bit of oil out of every freaking orifice.
Yeah. These oil changes are getting expensive.
Man, this is a heck of a way to change it.
You know.
This was the first oil change.
Yeah, I know. These oil changes are getting expensive on these. Huh.
Still probably gonna touch the bumper.
Alright, so I have been working the past 3 days or whatever, and Dad's been putting the motor in, doing all the work, I guess. You know,
I mean,
basically just used to it by now, right?
They know who does all the work.
Yeah, they know. They're basically just used to it by now. So, Pat's motor is in with a new 16.0 converter.
This is our spare.
This is our spare motor.
5.3, Gen 4 rod.
Yeah.
Gen 3 crank. ×1 crank cam gear and a Summit Stage 2 turbo.
I don't even know if the cam gear and everything.
706.
I don't even know if the cam gear and everything's gonna work like you're thinking it is. I'm assuming it will probably.
Well, I'm hoping that it does, because when we put that one back together, I'm putting a 1x on the front of it and a 24 tooth in it as well. So.
Yeah. Well, this is a test guinea pig motor. We'll see what happens.
And I was scared to sell it to anybody. I mean, honestly, this is probably, knock on wood, one that will probably run forever, or should.
Yeah.
But we put it in the wrong car, if that's the case. So. But we're gonna see. Hey, who knows? It might be a ripper.
Yeah. Who knows? But
we may never take it out again. The other one might be the spare.
I have a really good track record on that now, so who knows?
So you're pretty sure we're never taking it out again?
Pretty sure it's just gonna live forever, just stock rods and pistons. That's usually how I like to drive, I'm not hard on anything. You know,
Well,
we keep it low boost.
in our day,
So
when we do something right, it usually doesn't work out when we do it exactly right, you know?
yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, Pat's first motor was just stocked in 4-rod.
Yeah, and
It
it
had
worked
forged
until
pistons.
30 pounds.
So you're saying keep it at like 28?
29 pounds.
The only reason-
29.5.
Well, it had a tick for a long time. And then I finished it off at Armageddon on the cruise. So.
Yeah, you did.
Can you plug that yellow plug in? This one? No, this one over here, the yellow glass airflow. Yeah. You probably could have got it from that side. Okay, I'm looking at that side. Oh, it's actually fucking difficult for me. Put it all the way down. This one? Yeah. Yeah, no, you can't.
I mean, you can.
Hey, you can, but it's
That's right. Is that it?
yeah. Yeah, I had it.
How many? 13. Oh, okay. I'll be all right.
Yeah, that would be pretty bad.
Definitely don't. Does it have oil pressure? 5?
That oil, right?
Yeah. It drained some out, but I put some more back in. So.
Yeah. PSI.
Now you do have this wire hooked to that. And it sounds like it, the lifters ain't pumped up. I'm just gonna have to let it run for a minute, I guess. Start it and let it run. Fuck, I mean, I don't know what else to do. Put a 410 on it. Gosh, dang. Break the starter. Maybe we better quit.
Yeah.
I thought about leaving the headers on.
That was a good test run, Dad. We did really good putting it all back together, and feel like we siliconed everything really good this time. That was a pretty
Yeah,
good.
it was all real nice.
Yeah, that
now the gray wasn't dry yet.
It dried on my shirt. It was dried on my
It
shirt.
didn't dry on the
On my
throttle.
car yet.
Not
Yeah.
all of it. Some of it had.
Well, yeah, that was a good test run. So this motor's coming right back
We're
out.
gonna pull it out, flip it over, and just see what we got. But I don't know. We may put this aluminum motor and that aluminum block together later. I mean,
Yeah.
because this is all brand new rings, bearings, everything. So, but with no oil pressure, I don't know. I mean, 5 pounds is probably enough to save the bearings, but not enough. You know, the lifters was all rattling.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
That was probably the best silicone job we've ever had on the header.
Yeah.
Anything that worked.
Alright, well, we took the back pan off just because I had a hunch that maybe we didn't have a dumbbell in it or something, just because it was revving up and having oil pressure.
I think having 253 aluminum blocks in the shop at the same time got me a little crossed up.
But it didn't.
Just didn't
That's
have
what it
a
was. It didn't
dumbbell.
have a dumbbell, so I think we're just gonna throw a flywheel back on it, put it back in. Don't put any water in it this time, because that's what makes the biggest mess out of this thing.
Yeah.
And see it started and see if it has oil pressure, I guess.
Yeah.
So, well, here we are, Dad. We're all the way back. I didn't film any of it. I just got into the go mode, I guess, on to call it. But
Well,
I mean, we're literally. This is exactly where you were when I walked up this morning.
yeah, I was taking this off.
Yeah.
Woo!
Ooh,
Don't grab my cross there.
no doubt. But oh, hold on. Yeah. So we are. Everything's done underneath. Torque converter bolts in, bell housing bolts in, starters on,
Headers back silicone.
headers back, silicone in. So we're gonna put the intake on, put the coils on, put this exhaust pipe on, silicone it, and put the cold air on and let it silicone. I think we're gonna wait for a day and let all the silicone dry. Start it probably tomorrow morning.
Well, like I say, Dad learned a valuable lesson.
Yeah.
I'm blowing the block out. When I wash it here and wash it with water and blow it out with air, make sure you didn't blow the dumbbell across the driveway.
Yeah, I guarantee we could find it somewhere.
Oh, we're gonna find it and be like, oh, hey, there's that dumbbell. 'Cause
Yeah.
I know it had it. I always look for that, but it had it, and I cleaned it, and then I didn't look for it again.
Yeah.
So it'll never happen again. You can bet on that.
I know, but
Sounds like it stopped me.
So, kind of just a little summary right here. So, got Pat's motor back in. Started it up. We've been having issues with cam sensors, with fuel injectors, not getting it running. So, finally, I think we got everything figured out. Let's see. Oh, okay. But it's running now. We're gonna go drive it pretty soon. So it's been a lot. Taking the motor out, putting this one in, taking this back out, putting a dumbbell in it, getting it running into issues along the way. So having a cam sensor go bad for some reason. But Pat's back. We're gonna go drive it probably tomorrow or something. So getting ready for more hard tire races, stuff like that. I got a couple motors I gotta rebuild. So I don't know. This year's been a whole thing. So all right, that'll be it for today's video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and we'll holler at you later.